there is hundreds of horror mods that have come out over the past few years, and let's be honest, most of them are pure shit. But to know which ones are actually good, I gathered every single Minecraft horror mod that has ever come out, and I put them inside a massive tier list, where I'll rank them to see which ones are actually worth your time. I'll be ranking these mods based off how scary it is, gameplay / is it fun, and originality / innovation. Alright, the first mod we're gonna be ranking is the Root of Fear. This mod is absolutely insane. It's one of the best mods on this list, and it's very underrated actually. Like, I'm surprised not a lot of people have played it. Basically, it's just like the creaking, but it's called the Wilted. It's like a cracked out version of the creaking completely. The model of it is insane. The way it just runs around, stomps, and just like shakes your screen and shit. I find that to be really cool. It comes out of the forest after like a few days. It'll even place like roots inside of your house. It will place roots like around you, and I'm pretty sure there's a way to light the Root of Fear, the Wilted, on fire. So, you know, all of this is really cool stuff, and you know, it's not just like some abstract crazy thing. It's actually, you know, based off the creaking, which is a genuine Minecraft mob, and I think that's very rare nowadays. So starting off very strong to this list, I think the Root of Fear belongs in peak psychological damage. And the next mod, the Man Who Black, also deserves peak psychological damage. But for real though, the Man Who Black is, you know, probably the Skibidi Toilet is scarier. All right, next, the It's Not Real mod. This is a mod on the come up. It's not as underrated as it used to be. Basically, this mod is like the Broken Script. Some very weird stuff will happen. It's like the Broken Script's brother. I suggest all of you go and play this mod, but you know, it's not peak psychological damage. It doesn't have that kick. It doesn't have the insane, just outlandish shit that the Broken Script does, but I will say it is still a pretty good mod. I think It's Not Real is in Call My Therapist. Okay, it's very solid. The pioneer of Minecraft horror, the Cave Dweller. We have to give it, my boy, a fair ranking. I mean, because without him, none of these crazy ass mods would exist. So the Cave Dweller, you know, he comes at you and just kills you, I guess. I don't know. He's a dweller. He was the first dweller. I think it's really just a usable classic because, you know, it's the original. It's not a reskin, so the Cave Dweller is a usable classic. You know what? No, actually, I changed my mind. Reliably scary. Okay, next, the Psychopath, another very underrated mod. This mod is insane. It's like there's this dude that chases you with like a giant ass chainsaw. You can either run away from him or you can fight back, but you know, it's not gonna be easy. The Psychopath has a little like death animation that he gives you whenever, you know, he kills you. I think that's very cool in mods. I like that a lot, and I think this one has a lot of potential. It is fairly newer. I suggest you guys go check out the Psychopath, but honestly, I think it's Call My Therapist worthy. Now, the Apollyon is completely forgotten. It completely got wiped from the history books. This mod is actually really good. I don't know why people don't play it anymore. That's this like black little creature dude that chases you around. There's different structures. There's like a villager that turns into some crazy tentacle man. The Apollyon is just a really solid mod, bro. And it's kind of sad that it got, you know, brushed under the rug. So I think the perfect tier for the Apollyon is usable classic. Okay, this next mod is a really cool one, and I honestly don't hear it being, you know, spoken about. This is the Ruptor's Figure mod, and it's based off a game from Roblox called Doors. It's basically like the main monster from Doors. The design of it is really cool. It's really creative how, you know, they brought it from Roblox. The Ruptor's Figure mod goes based off sound, so if you don't want to be caught and eaten alive by this man, then, you know, don't make any noise. Overall, very creative mod, very well designed, and it is pretty damn scary, bro. I don't want to overrate it, but bro, it's damn solid, man. So I'm putting it in Call My Therapist. I'm not going to be this generous the whole time. Okay, the next two mods, it kind of looks like this derpy little face is giving this man an arm, but that's just the Man from the Shadow. He is a definitely a older one. He's just kind of like a black dude who has different stalking modes. He can go invisible. He can jump scare you. I think he can like turn purple for some reason. I don't really know. He isn't that scary, but I wouldn't say that the Man from the Shadows is spooky once, but I think it's just a usable classic. Okay, so Schloringus does not sound like the name of a horror mod, first of all. There's a few different entities. There's the basic big, tall, black entity that just stares at you, but then there's this little like block entity that will spawn in your face and just listen. Yeah, he will your ears, bro. It's honestly crazy. Schloringus is more of a meme than anything else, and I think Schloringus is just spooky once. Now, if we're talking about forgotten horror mods, Born in Chaos is the definition of that. I remember my first ever experience playing horror mods. I actually played the Born in Chaos. It adds like a bunch of different structures, a bunch of different, you know, spooky little creatures. They're really not that scary. You know, it doesn't fit the new style of how horror mods are today. That's why, you know, no one plays it anymore. But it's a solid mod, and you can definitely see that based off its 11 million downloads. So, I mean, Born of Chaos is... I mean, honestly, spooky once, because I wouldn't put it in any mod packs, really. Like, I think it's just spooky once. Okay, 000.jar is a very good one. There's like the creepy white dude who grabs you, and then there's that little balloon that just floats across and chases you. But I mean, the balloon doesn't really do much, so it's not that scary. So I think 000.jar is just reliably scary. Okay, next, the God mod. This one is everywhere, and you know, my prediction about it kind of happened. God mod is dying. No one is really, you know, not in a few weeks, no one has really cared about the God mod because there's not much to do in it, right? I mean, it lacks a lot of things. I've changed my mind on this mod. You know, I used to rank it very highly, but for now, I'm just gonna put it in spooky once. That might be controversial. Okay, similar to the God mod, the Weeping Angels. They're not really similar, but you know, angel and God type shit. The Weeping Angels basically is from Doctor Who. I'm sure a lot of you like already know what this is. Basically, the angels will spawn in, and if you don't look at them, they'll start chasing you, creep up very close behind you. But when you look at them, they won't move at all. Weeping Angels is honestly a usable classic. Okay, the Slumbering Omen. This one is actually insane, bro. I don't know. There's a little e-girl. There's like a weird little lady that spawns in. It's a trap. I think it's a dude, honestly. But yeah, it has all these different creatures. It has like a big ass dude for some reason. I don't really think it needs that, but I mean, it's pretty solid. Besides the fact that it has crashed my game a numerous amount of times. There's like a big red ball. I don't know. This mod is kind of chaotic, but I don't think it's just spooky once. I think there's a lot to this mod, so I think the Slumbering Omen is a usable classic. Okay, next, the Goatman. I don't know why literally everybody glazes this mod. You know, it used to have an older look, and you know, it looked cool. I don't know about the new look. I mean, the new look honestly is probably better, but the Goatman, I mean, he is cool, I guess. I don't know. People overrate him a lot. He is still good. I'm not denying that. So I think the Goatman is going honestly in the top of reliably scary. It could be Call My Therapist. You know what? It's Call My Therapist worthy. The Minecraft backrooms. This was like a thing, but I don't know. People just forgot that the backrooms existed. There's like a bunch of different versions of the backrooms mods. You know, it just depends really what you want to play, but they are fun. They are like interesting. It's one of those things where like after you beat it, there's nothing. So easiest here, easiest pick of my life. The Minecraft backrooms is spooky once. Okay, now guys, for these next three mods, I have a bone to pick. I've talked about in the past that the boy in the bath sounds really weird, but tell me why there's a mod called the Old Man and there's a mod called the Peeping Tom. What the hell are we doing here? I might as well make a mod called the Molesting Darkness. I don't know what the hell, you know, these mod names are at this point. You know, the Man Who Black, the man who touched your son. I don't know, bro. This shit is crazy. Boy in the Bath is, you know, sus. It's a usable classic. The Old Man? What the hell are we doing here, bro? This is a crime against humanity. Same with the Peeping Tom. What the hell is going on? Okay, but to give some credit, honestly, the same people who made, you know, these weird ass mods made the Creeping Woods, which is a very, very stacked mod. Very good. It's overlooked. Okay, so the Creeping Woods is basically just a modification to your normal Minecraft woods. There's ghosts. There's many different types of ghosts. Yeah, this mod is scary. I'll give him that. But one thing I have to pick with this guy is you know, he made the Peeping Tom, the Old Man. Tell me why he adds NPCs in this mod and they're black, but why does this seem so stereotypical? I don't know. You know, it's kind of crazy. The mod is cool though. It's interesting, but I think it's kind of just a spooky once. Okay, bro. Cartoon Dweller. This is by far the most glazed mod on this platform. I don't know why everyone likes this thing, bro. I've already gone over this. It makes these weird ass noises. Just is a dweller. I'm gonna get you. Like, bro, like, come on now. What are we doing? But I will say it is, you know what? Skibidi Toilet scarier. Okay, the Irritator. This recently got an update, but no one's talking about it, bro. Let's dive into the Irritator. So this thing is goddamn massive. It will kind of just come out of nowhere. I'm not sure what the new update really added, but you know, it's cool. But again, I don't think any of the Dweller mods on this list are gonna rank that highly. So the Irritator, it's just a very usable class. I think that's a very easy tier to put it in. Okay, Pennywise, it's a cool idea. Bro, this thing is really shit. I'm not gonna lie. It just kind of slowly comes after you. You know, there's a lot more that they could have done with this mod. It's just, it's shit, bro. It's Skibidi Toilet is scarier. Okay, so the next mod, the Dangers in the Darkness, is really interesting. It adds a lot of different entities. And there's like some colossal like alien looking dude, but in my opinion, it doesn't really fit the horror category. It is still cool. It is a little bit scary, but I don't know. I think Dangers in the Darkness is just spooky once. Now, the Anomaly has to be one of my favorite horror mods of all time. This mod takes Herobrine, like the From the Fog concept, and just makes the most beautifully crafted mod ever. The Anomaly has very scary things, and it's one of the actual scary mods on this list. Like, you know, I've been jump scared by him, so I'm gonna put the Anomaly at the top of Call My Therapist. You know, I think a lot of mods can't compete with my boy right here. So yeah, that's a good spot. The next mod, I don't know everyone's obsession, the Johnny mod, the John mod reborn. It sounds so goofy. There's like this big white dude. It spawns a million tiny little Johnnies. I played this on one block. There was like 7,000 little Johnnies everywhere, and it lagged my entire PC. So I don't know why people play this mod. Bro, the John mod is a fucking crime against humanity. But then on the flip side, the One Who Watches is iconic. It's stayed relevant through, you know, over a year. So the One Who Watches, you guys already know pretty much what he is. And in my honest opinion, he could be peak psychological damage, but I think I'm gonna put him in Call My Therapist. And I'm also gonna move, you know, I'm gonna move the Psychopath down because I rated him too highly. I also might move the Doors mod down. I think that's fair. Okay, next up we have the Intruder. This guy is very big for some reason. I think he should be small in my opinion, but he's just a guy who chases you around, has a pretty interesting jump scare. It is kind of scary. I think that it's just spooky once. Okay, the Man from the Fog. I've never liked this mod, bro. You know, I've liked him at one point, but he's mid now. He's really just mid. I could put him spooky once or usable classic. You know, a lot of people, you know, it's not a bad thing to have in your mod pack. So I guess the Man from the Fog is going in usable classic. The Boiled One, I don't know how this mod got so goddamn popular. Everyone just put a PNG of his face in every thumbnail and it seemed to work like a charm. Boiled One just spawns in, makes like the basic shit, and then one taps you. So I think that the Boiled One is, you know, honestly less scary than Skibidi Toilet. Okay, next isn't even a publicly released mod. You know, it's a pretty popular thing right now. The Smile mod, it's based off the movie, you know, Smile 2. You know, it'll infect like some random dude, then the Smile creature will come climbing out of it in some like crazy gruesome animation, and it will spawn this big ass red monster who can like run around and like break your entire world. So I'm honestly including it because, you know, it is interesting, and you know, I got a comment about it for some reason. They said you should play Smile 2, but you know, you can't download this shit. So I can't even put it in any of these tiers, really. So I guess the Smile 2 is just a crime against humanity. So the Blood Mimicker is not the most popular one, and that's for a reason. It's very basic. It just, you know, there's a dude who looks at you, there's blood coming from his eyes, and you know, he's spooky, bro. It comes after you. You know, it's Skibidi Toilet. Nah, it's spooky once. I'll give it that. Okay, the Death Angels mod, the Quiet Place monster. This is another one of those where it got completely swept under the rug. Even I forgot about this mod. Like, I forgot this shit ever existed, and it was big. It was really big. Like, this was one of the most mainstream mods, but I think I know why it died. It's pretty clear why it died. It's a very interesting concept from the Quiet Place movie, but it's too much. You can't do shit. When they spawn in, you literally cannot do anything. It's impossible. This mod is way too hard. I remember having a world I could not even like, I just had to like stay stacked up in the air or underground. You can't do shit. Meteors spawn every 10 minutes. There's like a billion dudes that chase after you. You make a single noise. Bro, sometimes you don't even make a noise and then they still like stare at you, and then after a few seconds they just kill you. So, but I know why this mod died. You know, it's pretty clear. It's one of those where it's just spooky once. Okay, From the Fog. I've always thought very highly of this mod, but after further consideration, I think, you know, it's not in any of these top 2 tiers anymore. It's just reliably scary, okay? Because Herobrine doesn't pose any real threat to you. Okay, the next one is basically Herobrine, but with Down syndrome. He just has his mouth wide open. Yeah, he screams at you for some reason, which I find to be annoying. He's cool, I guess, you know. Probably usable classic because you could put him in a lot of mod packs. The scream is just annoying. Okay, the Flesh That Hates is an infection mod, but it looks absolutely brutal. Like the redness of the mod, it just looks so gruesome and like, you know, scary. I don't know. You know, some people don't consider infection mods horror mods, but I think it is. It's pretty scary when your world's getting overran by some diabolical looking creatures. So, you know, the Flesh That Hates is reliably scary. This next mod is the scariest mod on the list. That might sound crazy, but me personally, I hate spiders. Like, I absolutely despise spiders. The Anthropod Phobia mod is just a spider mod. It adds like a shit ton of it adds endless spiders, bro. Why the hell are we doing this? I remember one time I was playing with this mod, I killed a normal spider and it spawned like 9,000 baby spiders. Like, I actually wanted to throw my PC out the damn window. The only like cool thing that isn't, you know, super spidery about this mod is like the spider mod thing. It like flies up. It has, you know, it looks really cool actually. It has some aura to it. Bro, I could even put this in peak psychological damage, but that's just I can't really do that, so I'm gonna put it, you know what, screw it, I'm putting it in peak psychological damage because I absolutely hate spiders and I'm still traumatized from that day like a billion spiders, baby spider spawns. So yeah, I think that's our second peak psychological damage of the video. All right, let's breeze through these next few ones. The Knocker, you know, everybody likes it. It's just reliably scary. This is a very, you know, this mod takes big pride in its like design. It's like design of the monster and its animations. Like, it has some crazy looking animations. You know, it isn't that scary and I wouldn't see it fitting in any mod pack, so spooky ones. The Imitators, everybody kind of knows this mod by now. It's become somewhat of a staple. It has a lot of different entities. They're all pretty cool and I think it's just very reliably scary. This next mod I've talked about before, but the MCSX PS1 mod is really cool, really underrated. It was one of the first ARG type things. The graphics looks insane on it and, you know, there's actually really like spooky things that happens, bro. And it takes a while to do it, so that makes it like, you know, more spooky, I guess. I don't know. I really like the suspense. I really like the feel of it, and you know, it's not played enough, so I think this one's gonna make me call my therapist. So this mod is very simple, but very decent. This is called the Rain Man. He spawns in when it rains and he starts slowly coming after you and he'll eventually kill you. This cheeky little bugger is a usable classic. Okay, Siren Head, I used to like this, I guess, but you know, everybody knows this mod is shit. Okay, this mod is honestly, I mean, it's spooky once, I guess. That's the best I can give. The God of Roadkill, I'm honestly mad because it had potential. It had big potential. It was gonna surpass the God mod. It would have done numbers, okay? But they just stopped. They gave up. I think the God of Roadkill, it's very hard to say because it's unfinished and I can't rank it based off of its potential. I have to rank it based off what it actually is. So I think that the God of Roadkill is spooky once. This next one is one of, you know, the same style, like it's like a little dude with some type of gimmick similar to the Playmate and all these other mods, but these mods never really last long. They never really hold up. I hate putting so many mods in this tier, but I think the forbidden one is just spooky once. Now the Midnight Lurker, I have treated this mod too harshly in the past. I talked about how it's just some black skeleton dude who runs after you, but he has a lot of cool features. Turning into a fake villager is really cool, but you know, after you know that it happens, it's not that scary anymore. But I wouldn't put it in spooky once. I honestly think that the Midnight Lurker is a usable classic. Okay, now the Mickey Mouse Dweller, I know it got updated. I know it doesn't play the same goofy noises anymore, so I will rank it a bit higher. I think that the Mickey Mouse Dweller, without glazing it too much, is just a usable classic. Beware the Rain, you know, it's another rain mod. There's Voodoo Doll, Vapor, Rosemary, all these different people. I think this mod actually has a large fan base, so I don't want to push too many buttons. I think it is a good mod though. I just haven't had a personal good experience with it, so I'm gonna put it in usable classic. So the next is the Crooked Man, and this is an unfinished mod. It was it's not released either. It was being made for Swale. This thing did not get finished, and you can clearly tell by its gameplay. So I think Skibidi Toilet is scarier. No, not even. I think it's a crime against humanity because it's not even scary. It's just it's below scary, bro. ARG tap mod, very first you know, broken script type thing, does deserve a lot of damn credit. So I think the in your world is Call My Therapist scary. Okay, we got 2 SCPs out here. We got the Shy Guy and we got the Peanut, or whatever his name is, the sculpture. Shy Guy is a pretty shy guy, man. He just does his thing. He is a bit sus though, because, you know, I can't trust him after the same creator made Old Man Peeping Tom. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Shy Guy is probably just a usable classic. And the sculpture, he's been used in a lot of thumbnails. This dude is one of the most popular SCPs. My favorite part about the sculpture is his sombrero in Moroccos, or whatever the fuck, maracas. I don't know. It's just kind of hilarious. So I mean, I guess I'll also put it usable classic. All right, the Mimicker. Everybody knows the Mimicker. This dude's been memed hella times. Crawls through your cave, tries to get in your holes and stuff. I think the Mimicker is Call My Therapist, because, you know, he's a staple in the horror community. Okay, Whispers of the Wendigo. This thing, there's a lot of different, you know, mods based off of this, you know, design, this dweller design. It's cool. It's like a, I don't know. It doesn't scream anything too special to me, so I think that it's just spooky once. Okay, we have a lot of mods on this list. I didn't even realize how much that we ranked, but we're about to get to the broken script. And yeah, so let's just get through these real quick. The Boogeyman. So the Boogeyman will start to come after you, you know, when you're in dark spaces, when you're all alone, gonna touch you in the dark little corner, just like the Old Man. You know, same creator as those 2 freaks, you know. Spooky ones. Shut your eyes. Do not play this mod if you're epileptic. Seizure warning. Boom. Shut your eyes though. Press G. Very straightforward. The monster is cool, I guess. He's nice, but would it fit in mod packs? I don't think so. I really don't think so. It could go reliably scary. You know, I think it's on the same tiers as these mods here. Okay, next is this is a very like Walmart version of the broken script. The Distant Friends. So let me tell you all the things that the miraculous things that the Distant Friends adds. So it adds a penguin skin who looks like a player in the distance, and he looks at you, and when you go up to him, he disappears. That's the mod. I'm not even kidding. That's it. I guess spooky ones, because if you're not expecting it, you just like add a bunch of random mods and you put it in, you're like, oh, that's weird. Okay, the broken script, the most glazed mod on the internet. It is very good. I mean, obviously it's the best horror mod out there. I mean, everyone knows where I'm gonna rank this already. Okay. You know, the PC crashing stuff, the files appearing on computer, that's all some very weird stuff. And you can't even go in dev mode anymore with the latest update. I tried doing it, and I was approached with some insane ear rape. I think I have permanent ear damage, and also Circuit banned me from the world. So broken script obviously is gonna be at the top of peak psychological damage, because, you know, no one does it like the broken script. This thing really revolutionized the game, and I'm excited to see the future of Minecraft horror mods after, you know, what the broken script has done. All right, let's get through these 4 dwellers before I can move on to my favorite mod of the list, guys. The mole. He's a mole. He's a little pervert, I guess. I don't know. Dweller, you know, I think it's a usable classic. The Dweller from 2026. So just wait one more year, guys. This guy's gonna appear in our nightmares. He's gonna spawn in. Interesting design, not bad. Usable classic, I guess, even though, you know, it's not a classic, but whatever. Assimilator. Bro, this thing, let me tell you about the assimilator, man. Hey, this guy pulls his face apart. He's cool. He is just a cave dweller, but, you know, he pulls his face apart, man. What don't you like about that, man? So reliably, usable classic. The silhouette, very cool dude, very cool design. The eyes, he's just staring at you through the forest. Could even be Call My Therapist, but I think it's just at the top of reliably scary. And before we rank the best mod on this list, guys, we gotta do some basic adjustments. I'm actually gonna put, you know, the Peeping Tom and the Old Man in usable classic, because, you know, I treated them too harshly. I'm gonna put the Knocker in Call My Therapist, because, bro, he's jump scared me a shit ton of times, and he does have aura that a lot of these mods don't have. I think Apollyon's going up to reliably scary. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. You know, the mods at the top of this, you definitely want to use a lot of times. These middle ones, you know, just if you want some more mods, you add them. These top mods, these are the revolutionizers. These are the game changers. Maybe not the spider mod. You know, I put it here because it is genuinely terrifying. I don't know if I would ever play it again, but guys, finally, my favorite mod, the last mod on this list, the Silence. I've treated it way too harshly in the past. You know, it's so easy for me to put it in Crime Against Humanity, but the Silence deserves its own tier. I'm pursuing legal action. The Silence is so goddamn dog shit.